was just an ordinary day. Kate was playing with her dog, Boo. Little did she know, Boo had recently encountered black rats from the Silk Road. By morning, she expired. Kate was to follow soon after. It's the Bubonic plague.
Boo, you're my only friend. A lot of people said that I was gonna be an old cat lady. Joke's on them, I'm allergic to cats.
I'm Kate Zazan.
And I'm Kate Russo.
Welcome to the Regiment News. Today's top story is the Black Death, which is spreading through the countries, infecting hundreds of people.
Is it just me or is it really warm in here? Anyway, sorry. So Kate, can you tell us about the symptoms of the Black Death, or do you have any knowledge about it?
Well, I do, but to answer that question, we have Dr. Miriam Jones, who will answer those questions for you. Miriam?
Well, Kate, usually victims have swelling of lymph nodes that are located in the armpit and groin area. The swelling can be the size of an egg or an apple.
Wow, that sounds awful.
Dear God, that's just terrible.
And most importantly, the swelling then turns into black spots, which appear all over the body.
Indeed, Sam. The black spots then rise and become like warts. There are some cures that help. I recommend the vinegar and water treatment, which is simply washing the sick one with rose water and vinegar.
There's also the common bleeding treatment, which helps.
Yes, that's called lancing the buboes, which includes cutting the black spots and applying a mixture of tree resin, roots of lilies, and poop.
Another alternative is to use herbs.
Thank you for that information. God bless you and God protect you.
Have a good night.
It's okay, you're gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Nobody ever makes it. Yes, you will. I love you. I'm sorry. I stole your chocolate. What? I'm sorry. No. Forget about it.
There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Kate was a great friend and an inspiration to us all.
If only I could find a coworker like her.
Oh, where?
I'll do it. Great. I'll see you next week. Let's go. Let's go. I suppose Shandy got the plague.
Well, it must be God's will, although I don't know what she could have done to deserve such a fate. She was always so kind, even feeding the little rats which always seem to be about, though we have but little food for ourselves.
Can you tell us a bit about your life here in the city?
Well, it's terribly crowded, of course. In the summer, the stench is horrible.
I suppose you don't often wash your clothes then.
Of course we don't. There's no time in the day as it is.
Are those fleas common?
Oh, yes. There's nothing you can do about them, and that's the sorry truth.
Well, that surely is unfortunate.
No.
We will now interview Victoria, the sole survivor of her family, which we saw just yesterday.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming in.
What was it like living with people who had the plague?
It was very hard for me to live with the victims. The spots were appalling, and the plague boils were awful. The worst part was when blood and pus seeped out of the stomach.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened after the blood and pus? Was there more?
After the gory part, they suffered even more. My families were good Christians all their lives. They didn't deserve this. There was fever, chills, vomiting, terrible aches and pains. And soon after, death followed. They were healthy during the day, and then by morning, they were dead.
Do you remember if you did anything out of the ordinary that day?
Well, my brothers wanted to go see the dead, and after a while, my parents went after them. My sister, in fact, helped bury poor Kate.
Well, there you have it, folks. Be on the lookout for all of those symptoms.
Thanks for tuning in into Regiment Show. Have a good night and don't let the fleas bite.